It's only a test. Blibbity blabbity blow and shit. No. It's too close to my face. What? Oh, the audio levels, I have no idea what's even happening here. Isn't that great? Well, at least I've got a loaf, which probably means that loafing is allowed, so let's loaf around on the bed for the rest of this video. Because some people, and this is perfectly understandable, don't like to hear me talk and blabble throughout these Let's Plays, and I used to be like, oh, these people are dumb people, but listening to and watching some of my own videos occasionally, I am incredibly annoying. Like, wow, am I ever annoying? So, I guess for some reason I built up a fan base by just kind of being really annoying and talking over this stuff. So this piece of paper is a piece of paper you'll want to get very familiar with. Also, one a monat is a day, or it's a month. I want a month called one a monat. Sounds great. I don't know. So, yes, get familiar and cozy up with this piece of paper because it's literally everywhere. I mean, text files are big, yo, and we have to keep to our budget of them, lest we have, you know, 2 or even 3 totally different, unique text files in the mission. Okay. Yeah, that guy's drunk, as you can tell by him being drunk. I don't know. I was at a bar, an actual bar the other day. I didn't drink anything because I don't drink anything ever, but what I did was perform what's called hip-hop karaoke, which, if you don't know, is like hip-hop, but it's karaoke. Now, normally I would like to go and do my own songs at shows, but this seemed like a fun opportunity to do Speed 'em, so I did Speed 'em, and no video. So I forgot to ask someone to film me, so no one's gonna believe me, be fair. But I went like in the habit of grabbing the mic and babbling and dabbing the mic, but I might just throw a fuck a minute habit after the night and grabbing the bike for the medicine cabinet because that's what second attack and I can check a bike, pack it about powder right, etc. And people liked it. I'm not allowed to say that people loved it and went absolutely batshit crazy, which is the actual truth, because that makes me sound egotistical and you're not allowed to do that. But you know, in penance for me not purchasing anything from the fine establishment and just going there to perform, I'll leave this guy alone so that he can promote the act of drinking. It's quite the act, and for some reason this is a hammer place. I'm starting again from the beginning because I played a little bit of the way through this, so whatever. No, it's not a hammer place, it's just door of a guy who just really loves hammers. Did you miss creepy me? Well, I didn't, so I'm not going to be creeping around your back stair no more. Of course, yeah, you can't have multiple readables, so the readables that look the juiciest are not really even existent. I'm sorry, I was expecting some sort of torture implements on this bed because for some reason lately missions have all had those, except maybe just one of them, but I'm not, yeah, that's it's not going to tell you anything about what was on my mind, what's been on my mind, ever. Not torture. I'm a romantic kind of guy. I just like joking about sexual torture because I think it's kind of stupid and ridiculous. But to each their own. Ostermonat. I was never too keen on them hammerats, but aren't they all about living plainly? The rector was living like a king. No wonder he had those metal doors installed. I thought I'd have to renovate the whole interior, but I might just touch up a few things instead. Guess I was judging this place by the grimy neighborhood it's in, or how damn cheap it was. It's not the greatest voice I've ever done, but neither is this one. The greatest voice I've ever done has to be, that's a tough one. They're all good. And I'm not even going to cut. I haven't cut at all in this video because that's also annoying because a few people over the years have pointed out that they can't tell where the hell I'm going when I just cut. Like, cut. Where the hell am I now? What about now? I could be halfway across the map. How do you know? Etc. But now I'm back here, so hopefully you understand what happened there. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, they're right, because I don't know how I did it. I just did stupid things for years and people just started watching me more. Like, why? I mean, so, yeah. Are we playing some harpity darpity? Oh, what is it? What is it? The harpoon of... No, Haplo's contest mission. God, what is it called? What is it called? Oh, I can't even do the... This is full screen. Oh, whatever. I was gonna tab out to Angel Loader, which I use myself because I'm eating my own dog food. I love eating dog food. It's delicious. Boy, howdy, I am actually a dog. Well, I'm a man, so I guess some people would say that makes me a dog. Because for some reason, guys are just like, yeah, I am every stereotype they say about me, and I'm super proud of it. And I'm like, okay. So, I'm going a totally different way than I did. Clack. God damn it. So there is some rooftop action here. So, I mean, yeah. Also, this place is rather large. I mean, there's this cloudy looking thing, and this place here, and this place here, and this place here. I mean, it's... I don't even know. When a map is this big, I just kind of like to go around and try to keep it in my head until further notice. So, let's see if there's some Romeo and Juliet romance in here. I don't know. I like romance. I like romance. That's what I actually like. If I joke about dirty, filthy things, it's because I like joking about dirty, filthy things. Know the difference. 6. One more not. The upper classes are becoming frenzied. They all are likely to desert the borough, yet nobody can tell me what exactly they're so worried about. Their fears are nebulous and unspecific. I do not trust these men in high places. They incentivize the rich to buy property here. Now they insinuate some great threat that makes them want to leave again. Better to have left Navenvolk alone. Yeah, well, that's politics for you. Politicians are hilarious, because real-life politics is hilarious, because it kind of... You know how there's the phrase that some really smart and witty person once said about how, there's only, 2 things besides laughter that can so... completely capture a person's attention, the orgasm and the sneeze. Okay, I'm gonna cut right there because I said some stupid. Now I remember, that's why I cut all the time. I was gonna say something that I thought was clever, but it wasn't. So, basically what I'm saying is politics makes people act really nonsensically and then forget that they did. So, you know, because they go like, as soon as election season comes, it's kind of like freaking, you know how, like, when animals have mating season and it just turns them stupid and moronic and aggressive and violent and terrifying and dumb? Well, it's like people have politics season where they're normally sane, but as soon as the election season comes up, they're just like... yeah, they're just like... sorry, I was, you know... Didn't realize this was supposed to be a scary thing, but sure, yeah. And so they go like, oh, politics are voting for this guy. I'm gonna vote for this fucking. Oh, I got this guy. I'm gonna vote for. He's so important. This guy is gonna make the whole world better. Oh, this guy. Oh, yeah. And then this guy, you know, gets elected, hopefully, and as soon as he's been in office for 2 days, and it becomes apparent that he's not some great holy savior who can make everybody live in fairyland, and that politics is a really complicated thing that no one can really do all that right, and you know. Yeah, then they go like, start holding up signs and saying like, kick this guy out, this guy out, this guy out, this guy, that's his name, this guy, so like this guy out, you know? And it's like, dude, you keep doing this over and over and over, you keep doing this, you keep going like, this guy's not what we thought, this guy's not what we thought. Dude, did it ever cross your mind that you can't have, like, first of all, the guy you're electing is not even the guy, like, it's one guy in, like... dozens, at least, of guys who have to jointly try to run a country. It's not even just the one. And then, even leaving aside all that, you can't make everybody happy, so there's no point in saying, like, this guy's the worst guy ever just because he didn't turn my life into a magical fairyland, because that's impossible. So, stop saying that politics is super important and voting is critical, but then at the exact same time saying that all politicians are the same, because those two things are mutually exclusive. I thought this was supposed to be an entertaining video, but apparently it's like a serious one. So, yeah, it's just super annoying. Ah, avoided you this time, clacker! Yes, the thing about this mission is that there's a whole lot of drops that, I mean, okay, this one, not so much, but there's a whole lot of drops, windows that you can drop down, but you have to get hurt. Not this one again, because there's another place here, but, you know, they exist, trust me. Uh-oh. So this is totally new. but I'm not coming back out. You're supposed to be drunk. Amuse me by being drunk. Ooh. Uh-oh. Yeah, so yeah, what I'm trying to say is, well, what I was trying to say at some point was, I don't want to just cut a lot anymore. I guess, even though it's super convenient, because like making videos is super easy. Just make them. You don't edit. You don't edit at all. You just tap and edit on the fly. My God, it was super easy. Not necessarily quality though. Ooh. I think this mission is trying to tell me to drink, and you know, I don't want to do that. Even though it's just a character, I'm just morally opposed to it, man. Yeah, I just thought that. What? I just thought that by coming in here, I could sort of get the drop on this dude, but I guess it's just me getting rich. Because, seriously, I'm about to get rich in real life, by my standards anyway, because, what I the last, like, many years, I've basically been waking up, and then just kind of going on the computer for a billion years, until I'm super starving hungry, and then just keep being on the computer until I'm even more starving hungry. And then I don't want to cook anything because that takes too long, so instead I take 5 times as long to walk to the grocery store and buy an enormous bag full of junk food that's like, costs like $50, and then eat through 3/4 of it in an hour because you can't get full eating that stuff ever. Spend like my entire income on junk food every month and have nothing left over, but I stopped doing that, and now I have so much money left over, it's just ludicrous. And so I'm saving it up so that I can rub it in the faces of everyone who told me I shouldn't want to get rich because I'm not supposed to like money or whatever, and I'm gonna like beat them over the head with a really expensive gold hammer until they die, and then I go to jail, but I'm like, ha, it was worth it because some people are just annoying. And what happened here? But yeah, bro, you don't even know. And that's where I'd normally cut. But you have to see me getting loot. So I don't even know how to do this without cutting for, like, they'll find another be real. That was a phrase you can say. So, yeah, I guess the guard busted up some thieves and the thief busted up a guard. And I always like these sort of custom positions. They're probably not custom. I think these are all from SS2 because it looks like the kind of dead person guy you would find in SS2. There's a lot of dead people there. I think I'm remembering that, right? You absolute jerk. Yeah, Garrett can't... Uh-oh. Where's that guy? Garrett can't take this... the lamb chop because it's too big. This is a realistic mission. I guess that guy's on the ground, maybe, or maybe he's on the top floor? The engine, I mean, well, the nature of audio is that up and down is kind of harder than left and right. Maybe, I don't know. Which must be why people just stick to left and right when it comes to politics, because up and down is just hard, and nobody wants that, so... That was supposed to be a political joke? I don't know. The thing is... You know the well-known internet phrase, what has been seen cannot be unseen, right? Well... When it comes to my political knowledge, what has been learned cannot be unlearned. You know what I'm saying? Until just maybe 3 years ago or something, I knew literally nothing about politics. Like, I'd heard these terms left and right and liberal and conservative and other terms I can't bring to mind. And so I knew they were terms, but I didn't know what they meant at all. And I wish I still didn't. Because now, after learning what they are, you know how you sometimes you develop your views based on, like, actual thought and experience and logic and, like, proper things? But then you end up reading about these political positions and it ends up your views most closely match a particular one, but the reason they match is not because you intentionally tried to be in that position, it's just that it's a coincidence, but now, it's like, without you even wanting to, you're basically... there on the political spectrum, even though you don't want to be and you don't care. That's kind of what happened to me. So now I'm just like, okay, this is just great. Now I'm like over here, even though I didn't do it on purpose. And now I can't help but think of everything in terms of these. So now, instead of, if some guy's just being a heartless asshole, before I would have just been like, this guy's being a heartless asshole, but now I'm just like, oh, he's over here on the spectrum. political spectrum, not the autism spectrum, which I don't know anything about. What are you talking about? But yeah, so that's the thing. Where is this guy for real? I mean, he's like tapping, whereas if he was walking on this ground, he'd be squelching. So, well, I thought that was a grave you could jump into, but no, it is the street. So just don't even bug. Don't bug. She said that she loves me. I said don't bug. I think that's the lyrics to a song, but I could be wrong. There's nothing else in this house. I thought there was an upstairs, maybe. Yeah, weird. Realism. I don't know. Bruh. So, where is this guy? Like, I kind of just want to run and... Oh, they're up there. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. How do you get up there? Can you climb up here? Climb up these little platforms with the flower pots? I guess so. Oh, I mean, if I don't cut, then I guess you can see my thought process, but then it's kind of boring, but then you get to see where I'm actually going and not get lost. Oh. So, I don't know, man. This is just a dream you're having. It's a fever dream. Dare I say a high fever dream. I don't know. I never heard the phrase high fever, like, ever since I was a kid, but at one point when I was a kid, my mom's like, "You're having a high fever. That's why you had the nightmares you just had." Or maybe that was just my imagination. But it was, you know, it was like a really creepy sounding name, so... Okay, a slow walk either means a drunk or it means a dude who's actually seen me, so... Or it just means someone who's supposed to be sort of creeping you out. I don't like this. So we don't know what the catastrophe was here, if it was just made up or if it's actually something. I'm assuming it's something, because if it was just made up, that would be kind of obvious and lame, so... Oh, maybe this is that door. Well, that's weird. Now, well. So, I mean, I like secret catastrophes. Or maybe it's just ambience to scare me. I didn't consider that, but... So, is it one of these a switch or what? No? Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but... It sounded like an invisible man. You know, the place is haunted, and unfortunately it's not a cute ghost nor an erotic one, but, you know, just a regular one. Whatever. Hey, romance, the trouble with it is that, when you... No, not even gonna cut when I load. The trouble with romance is it's just, like, super great. That's the trouble with it. And also, it's that... Mother Nature, because she's a great big perv with an impregnation fetish, she's just like, oh, it's romance, eh? More like, sex! And then it makes your body, like, be all sex-addled and stuff, when all you wanted to do was, like, actually be lovey-dovey, which... So then you kind of, like, take nature to jail forever and put her on a sex offenders list, which, you know, you can't... So therefore, we're supposed to like it for some reason. It's great. I don't know. I like to joke about, you know, dirty things because I think it's funny, because it's dumb. But, you want me to be serious? Sod that. I'm a joker to the end. I'm such a joker, I'm gonna bash my face into this thing, and it's just not a really good... Not a really good, entertaining thing, but, hey. Maybe... Oh, this is a whole other side. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just an invisible man, but if someone's gonna jump out at me and scream, or worse, be turned away from me and then turn towards me and their face is dead! I mean, that's like so overused, but it always works, so I'm not sure what to say about that. Yeah, no juicy deets here. No juicy deets here. At all. Really? Well, I guess there's still this. I don't know. It seemed like an intriguing mission, and I didn't play all the other contest missions on camera. Oh, caretaker. Caretaker door. Oh, I don't know. Ninth one. Is this word coming from somewhere or something? This is the 4th complaint I've received about the caretaker. Now that the evacuation's been announced, there isn't time to launch an inquiry. Damn, I should have dealt with this a month ago. Now I'll have to do it myself. Well, I guess maybe there's some ghost undead stuff. Maybe there was a necromancer. Probably none of these things because they're all kind of too obvious. But, you know, some missions are like, there's an evil stone that hath corrupted the minds of the youth and the non-youth and all of that good stuff. Yeah, I ain't scared of you no more. Okay, which way did I even come from? Did I come from down or up or what? I came from up. Oh yeah, this is just it. Yeah, okay. So this isn't the caretaker door, so therefore I'm not going to use the key. Logic, kids. Except I think that a lot of times... Weird. When I think of something logical, it's like logical according to a subjective thought. Like when I say, well, why would you lie? Because when you lie, your chest clenches up and it's really unpleasant. Therefore, why wouldn't you just be truthful all the time? Well, that's me, though, because I guess most people's chest doesn't clench up all the time when they tell a blatant lie. And so they just... And so... They just are always saying, well, why don't you just lie? Why don't you just, like, be a marketer and have blatantly unethical stuff? Like, just blatantly manipulate people and be totally unethical and don't seem to have a problem even though you'd think you would. Blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you why. Because it makes you feel horrible and feeling is, like, the only point of life, right? Like, name me one thing that doesn't begin, end, or contain a feeling. Like, just everything. That's why you do everything, right? So, although that seems a bit simple. I thought that guy looked semi-transparent. What is happening to my eyes this evening? Probably would have put another cut there. I don't know. Heard you bragging about leaving the castle to go pick a fight. You reckon these soldiers aren't tough? You didn't even have the guts to go into that creepy poorhouse across the street. Go tonight and I'll give you a week's pay. Maybe you get into a scuffle, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, then. Well, there's a ghost here. So is this the creepy poorhouse? Okay, maybe. I don't know. Is this a poorhouse? Is this what a poorhouse looks like? I don't know. I'm not poor. Never been poor. Well, I've been rich in some manner. Oh, hey, it's an upside-down flower pot. It's almost as creepy as an upside-down cross. You know, the kind of iconography in games, or indeed movies, but I mostly know them from games, where you have like a holy place, super Christian and full of God, but then it's been defiled, so you got these sort of contrasts. I always like that style. And it never gets old. Oh, I know where this is. There's a guy right there, and I don't know if I can actually deal with him, because as you see, there's this door over here that isn't real. So, this is kind of a thing. Yeah, he's kind of in there. I don't know if you can see him. There he is. So, I really... Yeah, like... I guess I could try if he can... Yeah, like, why are you in there if you can't do anything to me, though?
Last chance.
Oh, he's gonna arch me to death.
Or face the consequences.
Face the consequences. That's like when I said when I was 13 and I wrote a letter to Chevron. That was a real intentional cut. And, I guess I was lying there. Now, of course, when I say I was lying, I don't lie because it makes me feel terrible, but if I'm joking... And I'm not actually deceiving anybody. It's the deceit part that gets me. You see? Grand old Hall House. Yeah. Whenever you look at all this restoration money that done did the stuff and then everyone just abandons it, it makes you cringe. Like, it makes you wince, not cringe. Cringe is different. Cringe is bad. You want to avoid that stuff. You don't want a cringe problem. It's a problem you don't want to have. Uh-oh. Etc. What? What was I saying? I'm sure it was colossally more important than whatever the heck these guys think they're doing. Coffee. Ugh. Yeah, no. I'm totally gonna think of it. Totally gonna think of it. It was colossally important. Oh, yes. Lying. It's the deceit part. If I'm acting or performing or doing something where people... I know that everyone knows that I am not telling the truth, so they're all just like, haha, it's funny, whatever. Then that's fine. But it's... Should go back in there, I forgot. But if you actually want me to deceive people, can't do it, man. I don't have it in me. I mean, I could do it if it's like the situation is life or death, but I don't like to. No, it's just my monitor that's got some dirt on it. Makes it seem like an environment map, which is different from an environmentalism map, which I guess is different. I thought that would sound funny, but it doesn't, so whatever. Oh, affordable house. Yeah. See, it says affordable house. Like, that doesn't sound like a poor house to me. I mean, housing that's affordable, that's just saying, hey, it's affordable, you know? It's not too expensive. So where's the caretaker door? I think it's down here even further. Yeah. Don't call it a poor house just because it's affordable, okay? Alan Sugar would disapprove. But I think it's just going to take me back. No? Yeah. Yeah? No? 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 I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of say yes and no a whole bunch. Hope you like it. Caretaker's key question mark. What? Okay. This is Spooksville. I'm gonna see if I can't, you know, do the old piccolo dance. The old piccolo dance, which as we know, every Taffer calls picking a door. How can you be a Thief fan who's a real Thief fan and not know that? This is... Ooh. Well, there's gonna be some sort of screaming face in here or something. Oh. Ugh. Well, not there anyway, but you never know. Blinking lights. High fever. Whoa. Apparently... One time when I had a nightmare, when I had said fever or whatever when I was a kid, apparently one of the things I said was, words are coming out of your mouth sideways with blue smoke in them. And everyone thought that was funny, but it wasn't funny, man, because, seriously, blue smoke is terrifying, because for some reason, and I don't know if this is common or if this is just me being weird, but I've always found, like, if you think... To use an example, if you think of some sort of, wild carnivorous animal, I see you there, whatever the heck you are, you know, stalking you through a dark forest, you think, okay, that's pretty scary, right? Like a cheetah or something, a wolf. And if you think of this animal as being in perfect health and just really, like, trying to eat you or whatever, you might think that's the scariest thing you could have happen with an animal. But to me, with an animal or even anything that evokes an animal, like a car could sometimes, the far scarier and more disturbing thing is if the animal's not in good health. If it's like if it's like acting sick or possessed by a parasite or something, or like one of its eyes is like all white and like, because, uh-oh. Like, cause for some reason, a creature that's suffering and in pain and scared, but then at the exact same time is attacking you is like this weird, scary contrast that doesn't make any sense. And to me, that's way more frightening. Like, a suffering beast attacking you is way scarier than one in good health, because it's like you also feel for it, and it's like seeing someone you love in a mangled state. It's like you'd be like freaking the fuck out and terrified, and also just like, oh my god, you know what I mean? So that's way scary to me. So I had a point to this statement, but I can't remember what it was. Hey, instructions received from second keeper Theseus chapel abandoned. Kind of. Come on, man, there's gotta be something in here. Well, I mean, there's no rules stating that. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of those Keywell notes. Also, texture sizes are different on these. That's trippy, I guess. Keepers are kind of trippy. Who knows? No, well, maybe there really isn't anything. I don't want to spend all day, but who knows? I'm gonna get yelled at either way. So okay, so let's try to get this thing. I think this works. Yeah. What? Oh. So this is like Indiana Jones? Yeah. Anything here? No, it wasn't that. Well, I see you there, shooter. Didn't I come from here? Wait, did I not come? Wait, well, if I didn't come from here, then where did I come from? Oh, was it here? Must have been. Okay, I don't know. Puzzle solving. Keeper medallions.
Garrett, your skills remain impressive, but unsurprising. We recommend you remain vigilant around Captain Ricardo. We suspect him of serious impropriety. His soldiers have been observed killing innocent people. L, standing for love.
Because I finally figured out how to do the sexy voice. Because the problem is that the sexy voice and the creepy voice are almost the same. The difference is in intonation. So the
sexy voice is this. It is a movie announcer guy, and his voice is gritty and gravelly, which I guess is sexy or something. I wouldn't know. I'm a straight guy. The creepy voice is this. You just have to raise your voice all the time, and it becomes really creepy and slime ball-like.
etc. So, I mean, that's the difference. Learn it well, boys and gals, men's and women's, and you too can become cool. So, please remember that YouTube is garbage, and all your favorite creators have fallen into the mire of clickbait, which should make people not click because you feel so filthy clicking it, but I guess it's the same thing as lying. People just don't feel what I feel. Oh. Etc. So, fare thee well.